What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. So we're going to focus in on the Colorado Avalanche re-signing Semyon Varlamov to a 5-year extension through 2019, worth just under $6 million a season. Definitely a very, very hefty cap hit, but they wanted to keep their goalie in the fold, and he's had an amazing season. He's third in the NHL in wins, eighth in save percentage. Goals against a little high, but the defense in front of him hasn't been overly spectacular, so it's par for the course. Again, a little hefty for my liking, but he's a core player. You got to re-up him. A lot of guys on the team they have Duchesne locked up, I believe. They have Landeskog locked up. They got to re-up O'Reilly. That should be an interesting case after the way the last contract negotiations went, but they like where the organization's going. I think a lot of people do. I for one do. Having Roy as a coach has made a hell of a lot of difference, world of difference. And I think that's helped Varlamov's game. Obviously, one of the red flags of Varlamov is what do you have, assault charges. I'm assuming Colorado knows more about the situation than we do, so I'm not going to judge him. Obviously, nothing really became of it, but I just think that, it's tough to get that out of the back of your head, especially if you're going to give someone $30 million. I mean, I'm not comparing the two by any means at all, but you look at the way the New England Patriots were burned in the wake of the Aaron Hernandez fiasco, and, there's no comparison at all. Aaron Hernandez has like 10 kills, so that allegedly, so a little bit of a different scenario, but when there's a red flag, there's a red flag, and if you're going to give someone a lot of money, you really want some security in that deal. But again, you got to re-sign your guys, so I can't totally knock Colorado. And the other thing is, where are you going to go out and find another goalie that's played as well as Varlamov had, considering the defense in front of him. But he hasn't played a playoff game with Colorado since he's been out there, but he's 10-9 in 19 playoff games with Washington, 915 save percentage, 249 goals against average. So those numbers aren't bad. I'd like to see what he can do when Colorado gets there again with that defense. This is his career high in save percentage and a few ticks off his career high in goals against. So that's something definitely on pace to start the most games in his career. So all that factored in, but again, some warts on the deal, but for the most part, I think you can do a lot worse. Just the way it is, and hopefully Varlamov puts his legal troubles behind him, because when he's on, and again, he's been excellent for the Avalanche throughout the season, and I believe he will be. I mean, him and Bobrovsky might be the best goaltending tandem outside of Quick and Miller in the. I think the argument they're better than Quick and Miller in the Olympics, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on. And I'm curious to see how Colorado utilizes them in the second, the second leg of the season. I know it's like the last third, so to speak, after the Olympics, but that's something to keep an eye on as well, going into the playoffs. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of Power Play with CJ on Colorado re-signing Semyon Varlamov. Stay tuned for episodes through the season and beyond. Later, guys.